Hello, this is a video that I wasn't really expecting to make, but felt compelled to do so. So this isn't actually anything to do with the fan series, just briefly on that. Post-production's going well. We should hopefully hit that release date that you saw in the trailer. You probably won't hear much about it until close to that date, as there is still loads and loads and loads to do, but it's going well. So that's just... leave that aside. So on Friday the 24th of September, it was an exciting day for me. I'm about 3 weeks into my new job as a teacher, and I had my first pay, and I had my iPhone 13 Pro arrive on that day. So it was already, shaping up to be a good day. And then all the best bits of news happened whilst I'm always mid-teaching. So my watch was going, it was just going absolutely mental. And every now and again I'd glance at it and I was like, why are so many people messaging me? I was like, they know I'm a teacher. They know that I can't answer in the moment. And then, I forgot about it. I completely forgot about it. And then I was waiting for my colleague to go to the pub, as you do, on a Friday night. And that's when I checked my phone and saw the news that the new showrunner for Doctor Who had been announced. And it's Rusty Davies. Like, I would never in a million years have predicted that Rusty Davies would come back to Doctor Who. Now, I want to come at this with two angles. The first is I am obviously very happy and excited about the prospect of Rusty Davies coming back. Obviously, 2005 to 2010, I, like many others, consider that kind of the golden era of New Who. It was, the rebirth of the show. It was all fresh, it was new, it was exciting, and it was, some of the best stories are still from that era of the show. So, moving forward, I liked some of the Stephen Moffat stuff, but, that is when you start to see the decline. And I am actually a bit of a Chibnall defender. I don't think his era is totally dreadful. I do think there are areas of improvement that could be done, but all in all, there's a lot that I enjoy about it. Now, on the side of excitement, obviously, Rusty Davies coming back is really unheard of. It's unprecedented, which is why I think I, like most others, are really excited about the idea of it. I also am excited because Rusty Davies has really matured as a writer since doing Doctor Who. He did Years and Years and It's a Sin. And anybody who thinks it's going to be exactly what the show was in 2005 to 2010, I think you're going to be in for a shock, because I think Rusty Davies is going to do something different. I think it'll be very Rusty Davies, but I think it'll also be very different. Now, where I'm erring on the side of caution with it all is, obviously, this is, exploded over the internet the past few days, and I didn't want to make this video until I'd had a few days to actually think about it. And the only thing I would say this could do is this could give off the notion that Doctor Who can't be successful without Rusty Davies. And, it might be really successful with him back, and then he leaves, and then we see the exact same thing happen again. And that's where my skepticism comes in with it, is, I would have liked to have seen someone else personally take the reins, just because that is tradition, and I think the show needed a really big shake-up, and I think going back to the past might not necessarily be the best way to shake it up. what I do think is interesting is all the articles seem to suggest that he is coming back for the 60th anniversary and then subsequent series. So that means the 60th anniversary is probably going to be his first episode back, and he's also going to have to introduce a new Doctor, which Rusty Davies will be more than capable of doing. But that's interesting, because a lot of us had wondered if they were going to do introducing a new Doctor with the 60th anniversary. I think some of us even wondered, would there be a 60th anniversary? Because they're doing a centenary special for the BBC next year. So some of us, myself included, wondered if they were just going to say that also counts for the 60th anniversary special of the show. I'm glad we're getting two. It's really cool that we're getting a centenary special for Doctor Who for the BBC, and then we're also getting a 60th anniversary special, which could potentially mean that we might get two multi-Doctor stories a year apart from each other, which is insane. But I mean, all in all, this is exciting. This is very interesting. I think there's a lot to unpack. There's a lot to discuss. There's a lot for us to learn and find out. This is just the first bit of news. It'll be interesting to see when we find out who the next Doctor will be. I think now that we know who our showrunner is, I don't think we'll have a super long time to wait to find out who the next Doctor will be. If I remember rightly, with the Chibnall-Whittaker era, we found out about Chibnall kind of at the early half of the year, and then it was the summer that we found out who the next Doctor would be. They usually do a new Doctor announcement in like some kind of special way. With Whittaker, it was the Wimbledon men's final in 2017. With Capaldi, they did a whole special, which they drummed up and revealed who it was. And they did the exact same thing with Matt Smith, actually. They did a Doctor Who Confidential special, and they revealed that Matt Smith was going to be the 11th Doctor in that. So it'd be really interesting to see how they go about the Doctor announcement this time around. It'll also be really interesting to see if, with Rusty Davies coming back, if we'll get things like a Torchwood, like Doctor Who Confidential, if we'll get these kind of, you know, spin-offs and companion shows to go with the show, because that's something we've been lacking for a long time. And we've also for a long time been lacking a lot of kind of marketing and merchandise, and Doctor Who's very much not in the public conscious like it used to be. And I'm wondering if BBC is going to use Rusty Davies to kind of drum that up again. But who knows? We'll see. It's definitely interesting. It's definitely exciting. I can't wait to find out more. I wonder if we'll go back to the 13 episode format, back from, you know, the first version of the Rusty Davies era, or if, you know, we'll stick to like a 10 or 11 or 12 or maybe a 6 or an 8. You know, I wouldn't mind shorter seasons. I kind of prefer quality over quantity. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully when he starts, we will at least get a series a year. That's something I've always liked about Doctor Who, and that's something that I feel like has been very patchy over the past few years. So I really do hope we get a series a year. And again, I wouldn't even mind if it was like an 8 episode series every year, because at least we're getting it every year. And it will also be really interesting to see if the Christmas special will return. The Christmas special was very much a Rusty Davies era thing that stayed with Moffat and then sort of disappeared with Chibnall. And I'd like to see that make a return as well. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of get my thoughts out there. Like I said, I wasn't sure if I was going to do this video, but I just felt like I should. You know, I make a fan series. I'm very much a massive Doctor Who fan, and this is a massive bit of Doctor Who news. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. It'd be nice to chat to some other fans and kind of, you know, see how everyone's feeling about this. I know from people that I've spoken to that friends and family of mine who haven't watched Doctor Who for a very long time are actually quite excited about Rusty Davies coming back. And that's something as well that's really interesting, is there's not many shows out there where people actively know the name of a showrunner, but people know the name Rusty Davies. And that's another reason why I think the BBC have gone down this road, because it's like, boom, big name, you know who he is, the world knows who he is, and it just, I think it drums up a bit of excitement for a show that needs a bit of excitement. I do just hope people will give Series 13 and the 3 Chibnall Whittaker specials a chance, because it is the end of that era. I do think there's some stuff there that could be really good. I think Series 13 could be quite cool and interesting. I've wanted to see a series where each episode is part of one big story for Doctor Who for a while. We haven't really had that since the classic era, when we'd have serials, and there'll be several parts to a serial. So that I'm excited about. I am excited to see how Jodie exits, and I'm excited to see who the next Doctor will be. It'll be interesting to see if they carry on with another female Doctor, or if they go, down another route. We'll see. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you think, and there will be a fan series update, but it's probably going to be later into October. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, just supporting this channel in general, and I'll see you all later.